Hello, everybody. Welcome back for more Disco Elysium on this Friday night. In our last stream, we finally got the body down from the tree after much puking and annoying brats. And we had an interesting occurrence. Something that really kind of reminded me of just how open-ended a lot of what you can do in this game is. Because, we're getting to the part where I have not played this before. But I'd actually done the whole kind of body investigation part, which is how I knew that really I probably wanted to focus on my hand-eye coordination a little bit to get that proper, because first time I did it, it did not turn out well. But also, the first time I found my ledger, I was never able to open the secret compartment that had what obviously was a letter from the ex-wife, or ex-something, as they keep on referring to them as. But, yeah, it was kind of interesting how my Inland Empire kind of warns you not to go into that trash bin. And then, when you do, you find the ledger, it warns you not to look at it. And the more you look at it, it keeps on warning you. And then at the end of the stream, we finally read through the ledger, found the note. Inland Empire showed up to warn us not to read it again. And it caused one hell of an interesting character moment for our main character. Hello, Audio Boy and Clyde Pup. But yes, I have rambled on to recap ramblingly the last stream enough. We apparently have a strike to negotiate, or at least we need to get through the picket line to be able to talk to the union head to find out who exactly murdered this merc or security guard. I want to know where he got his flashy armor from too. So many questions. I need to figure out where the rest of the armor went, because he's just wearing his boots. But first thing we should do, because we haven't yet, is get to know Lieutenant Kitsuragi a little better, I think.
Yes?
So, right, we never got our brief. We may as well just get
What
it
do you
now.
want to know?
Yeah, I don't think we'll do that, because we've already done enough of the case that we kind of know what's going on. But would you say this is a mysterious case? That's a good one. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? That's a really good question, actually.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
A pissing competition, eh?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything. You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia. Yeah, that again, if we're being like bluntly honest with Kim, like he may have been in on this pissing contest before he drank himself into not being able to remember his own name, his parents, where he lives, anything. But so yeah.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Tell me about it. Cop off? Yeah.
It's just stupidity.
The lieutenant shakes his head. What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Interesting.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite a brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
I see. So they got paired up because both their precincts are vying to see who is the best, because it's not actually a police force, it's a militia of different factions.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it? What's special about Martinez? I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. It's a good question, but I'm kind of curious. What is so special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Huh.
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. Well, you know, I'm pretty good at fucking things up too, as you can see, so let's fuck this pissing contest up together, I guess. But yeah. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it is best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. Well, I did, crack shot that body down from the tree with my gun, with his gun after he missed the shot, so there is some truth to that. But it is very cop-off-ish a response. There can only be one conclusion. I'm the finest we have, a hero cop sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Drinking and not remembering shit about it. That's my message. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. He does talk to his own fractured mind a lot. This is true. Have a good night, pup. I'll probably have an unbelievable kill count. Doesn't look like he... I don't know if we do. Gonna go leave why I was sent unspecified. Nah, that's boring. Again, I'm not playing someone who's that psychotic. Well, you know, he could bring up his joke about the what was it? His joke about the psychic department. But yeah, sure, why not?
He opens one hand and looks at it. A moment passes.
Which school do you subscribe to? Mambo or Jambo?
Mambo, I have a vivid interior. I see and feel things.
It's always good to have a police officer who can see and feel. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Pissing competition. 10 experience points. Cool. Logic formidable. Why did the... Ooh. You seem to be following me. That's... No, at this point we wouldn't be going with that one. But yeah, let's see if maybe he has any other insights into the case that I've missed.
What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why don't you think that's so, Kim?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural. White male in his 40s. What more do you need? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? I like that answer. I'm gonna go with that. Going 4 here.
As you know, there was considerable interest in this case at my station, but probably not for the reasons you have in mind.
Maybe there's a young woman involved? Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering? Oh, I guess that settles it then. That's boring. I think we'll go with that one. It's a little bit... They're both sleazy answers, but this one seems a little bit less sleazy.
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful, blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact. Part of a murder sex cult.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
No shit, rhetoric. Wow, really? That's mega sexy. But it doesn't have to be a cult. It can just be a sex murder. It doesn't have to be a murder. It can just be sex. Yeah.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation. But we digress.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even.
Well, you know, there is that lovely blonde in room 3. Could share a smoke with her later, maybe.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
All right, then, electrochemistry. I'll come back to that die roll. He already knows that we can't remember anything, but yeah, I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport. Come on, Lieutenant. Open up a little. Or you're right. What's there to know about a lame binoclard? No, I'm not going to fucking insult him like that. Definitely not. But that one makes the most sense and might actually work to get him to open up.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses. What, have we gotten to some kind of like Harrison... no. Harrison Bergeron was Everyone Was Equal, but like the opposite of that, where like wearing glasses is just not a good thing. You don't like other people around. Look like other people around here. So Kitsuragi might not be from around these parts. Tell me a secret about yourself. Do you ever talk with yourself? I talk with myself all the time, so who knows? Maybe he does.
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives, not respectively. So how do you, tap the side of your head? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? Yeah. Because that'll give him a little bit more insight into me, I guess. I might be overthinking it, but in my head, like, that kind of makes the most sense.
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I can do that. I don't think I'd ask that question. But yeah. Tell me a secret about yourself. Why not?
No.
Come on.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Whoa.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Huh.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. Give it a shot.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified. Dumb brain, I'm good for nothing. Nah, I'm gonna go with the first one.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Alright, well. I need to do that thing about my badge, so...
The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
Since we are here, let's take care of that.
This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Oh, so yeah, the lieutenant arriving is what woke me up originally. And he's what woke me up the second time, but with water.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
No, you're protective of your notebook, aren't you?
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Yeah, let's take them all.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Yep.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about the belt.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue.
Nice. Have a flashlight now.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Yeah, we need to turn on the headlights for the notebook and for the insignia thing too, so.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Okay.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rails per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl.
Yep, that was definitely the sound. Press button labeled
The lights
headlights.
unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Do that first.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
A note of pride is in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Shimmering street grid, look at the perforations. I'm assuming I'll be able to do both, so.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Huh. Wait. Look around you. Where are we on this? I think it'd be cool if we recognized ourselves.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He says and smells the air. Okay, where are we on this?
Let me see.
Takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. Seems like a shithole. Sure, I've seen worse. Yeah, I'll go with the in-between.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What's the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
And what about that last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Huh. Hey, Kim. What do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some sort of boring office job, same as everyone else. Feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you think I have any idea? Do you really think I have any idea?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Got drunk like a megastar? I don't know.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we?
Well, that's it for the cider.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
Well, my brain said somewhere between 150 and 200, so 200 between 150 and 200 cases in 18 years? I don't know how that would actually be.
Wow, more than 200.
Oh, more than 200. Well then. Now that the cider is done, this officer of the law needs something a little bit sweeter for a Friday night. A little Di-Zerono. Almondy and sweet.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Huh. See, Kim? I told you I was a superstar cop. Used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? Or I don't think I can ever re-become this person. No, I'm gonna... Again, we've been a pretty self-aggrandizing bastard the whole time.
Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Ooh, were Lieutenant Kitsuragi? Were? Oof, you bastard. Alright.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Huh.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He declines to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Oh, maybe I should find a hobby then.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the
Really?
right of the task description.
So, let's see here. Got a ways to go for the next level. First off, you can take those off for now. Oh, there we are. Superstar Cop 6, Apocalyptic Cop 0, Sorry Cop 0, Boring Cop 1. 1 point, I'm 1 point in Communist, 0 in Fascist, 1 in Ultra Liberal, and 0 in Moralist. Good Cop, Bad Cop 5, Honors 0, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years of Service 18 years. Cool! It's neat that the ledger revealed that. I actually have a lot of tasks that have piled up. Where are we at with savoir-faire 2? If I take my -2 from bonus items, so there are 2 things I can take off, and then I'll actually have like a 4 savoir-faire. So you know what? Before I do anything else, I'm gonna go try and get my fucking tie back. 'Cause I want my goddamn tie. Whoa. Who are you? It's all about the money, you know.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
+1 ruckus talking to Gart. I can actually wake him up. I don't know if I want to just yet. dialogue options that begin with hold on or wait to gain additional information before the conversation moves on. Ah, interesting. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
You're looking at the destruction? I'm sorry for this. I did it my way. This is where the magic happens. Say nothing. Nod stoically. Yeah, something tells me he's proud enough of his lifestyle overall to just be like, yep.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Well, crimes against myself, anyway. I defied the bourgeoisie. Morality in here defied it hard. This is an expression of me, my individualism. No, I meant disco. Never mind.
I know what you
Eh.
meant.
He looks towards the exit longingly.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your
83%.
friend.
You know what? We're going to make sure, before I get this, what's giving me negatives to savoir-faire? These are. Take my shoes off. Kim, I'm really sorry.
This fan has two chain pulls, or has it been consigned there as
There.
punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Kim, I'm really sorry you had to see me in my skivvies, but I need this tie.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
See if we can at least get the fan back on for Kim.
The switch must be broken because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Ew. Alright, let's get our clothes back on. Alright. Horrific necktie, +1 Inland Empire. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Since we're here.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Interfacing. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucets. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. You know what? I heard about the band OO. Encyclopedia 5. 58% chance to dig deep into my mind and locate the source of the weird expression on my face. May as well learn more about us. Let's try it again.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Well, before I try the gloves... Or before I try to fix that... You know what? I should start save scumming a bit
The mirror
more.
hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Negative 10%, tool not in hand. Pry bar, chain cutters, flashlight. It said use the chain cutters to do it.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your
42%.
face, adorned with the expression.
Why not?
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Wait, does that mean I lost the... Okay, good. No, I haven't. Alright. Back to the Kanema. I got a radio in about my badge. Then I think I'm going to go talk to Kuno about the armor. And then we're going to go and hit the docks and see what we can do about this protest. And hey, the kitchen's open. Oh yeah, it is like 2:17. Wow. Dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hang in the air. $1.15? Hey, I need to come up with 30 real somehow. Who are you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Huh.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
Representative, eh? Ah, Goransi. I have some questions to ask. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police business. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? We'll do the official.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What? That's very assumptive of you. Anyway.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Huh.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Huh. Interesting. My Inland Empire is now like super high because it's my signature skill. The tie is giving me +1 to Inland Empire as well, so.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push the door.
The door does not budge.
Wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation. You're right. It's not important. Let's go.
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes, a mini side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. The door is the main investigation and will merge into a stereo investigation. Again, I'm not that far gone. So.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you?
Gart, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
This mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
So you don't know what's behind there?
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there. Let him pretend he's indifferent. No, I'm not letting him pretend shit. Gart unendingly gets shit from me. That's just how it goes.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
See you later, buddy. I will try waking him up.
The worker is in a deep slumber. The worker continues to nap, undisturbed despite you shaking him. This guy's a real juggernaut of sleep.
Low physical has fucked me again. Oh well. I think it is time to go radio my station about my badge. Eat some crow.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Oh, fine.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
So he used to drive.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
I love how descriptive the writing is. Like, multiple cat metaphors to describe, like, the glow and the sound of the radio. That's like, that is a sign of intelligent writing right there. I'm just gonna say. Kudos.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy? Yup.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Could you run a serial number for me? A pair of armor boots for me. Okay. You know what? I'll go through these in descending order.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T-500/VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Cool.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-isolarity law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
I wonder if the International Collaboration Police is just a group of clowns. I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs?
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days of work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. No, I'm not going to play that angle. I'm going to play the official. Because I think at this point, even though I'm the one who's drinking now, this cop hasn't had a drop since he woke up at 8:06 a.m. It's now 2:35. I'm sure his hangover's kind of passed. He's doing a bit better. He's had some water. So.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Oh, she recognizes your voice almost immediately, huh? Quit your job at the Whirling. Why? Was it you who called the police? Have you seen my gun? Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling? I think I will start with the murder investigation question.
No, not me.
Why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you? Do you know who made the call? Who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
I don't feel like being antagonistic towards her.
Yeah, go on.
But yeah, why did you quit your job at the Whirling?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Okay, did you leave because of Gart? Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Alright, things with wait and hold on give you more information before continuing, so I should do the wait first.
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Okay. Did you leave because of Gart?
What? No, why would you even think that?
told me he asked you out. Are you saying that didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself. So you do agree that quitting your job is just because someone asked you out on is an overreaction? Ew. Ew, that's the gross answer. No, I'll go for the white knight answer. Sure, what the fuck, why not?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Again? Look, just, have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Oh dear, oh dear. Wait, I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened. And what? What did I do? No, I'm curious now. Ahoy, Mr. Drew! Welcome. You've got me interrogating a poor woman that I apparently antagonized on her last day of work at the hostel when I was really drunk and waving my gun around. I'm playing a cop, by the way.
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Ooh, this got dark really quickly.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what? Yes, and my mind keeps on interjecting and talking to me.
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Uh-huh. I can understand why people wouldn't like that.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. Okay, wow. Actually, my mind actually rendering myself speechless and my previous actions not being self-aggrandized for once? Definitely not that. Yes, but what happened to my gun? Part of me doesn't want to have to rely on asking Kim for his gun again, but... yeah, 4 is probably the best answer, Mr. Drew. You are correct.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Sighs. Okay, I probably should ask her how my paperwork ended up in the trash container.
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
That would explain why there was toilet paper on the back of it.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
Nope. Thank you for giving me a little bit more insight into myself and being a useless witness.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Wait, why does she seem angry with you? +1 because we know Gart asked her out. This is a red check, so it can't be retried, but I've got a high chance of succeeding. So what the fuck, why not? Let's try it. Let's try to be the empathetic guy.
Yes.
Yes.
You have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything. Well, at least he's being honest with her.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the scuba thing happened. Just made me want to quit.
What skua thing? Oh, so I was probably the one who broke the bird. Okay, the one that Gart's playing with. So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? Yeah, we'll go.
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
It sounds like me, all right. Doesn't sound like anything like me. I love birds. Bitch bird got what was coming to her. Why do I always end up screwing everything up? Nah, I'm going to go back with the self-aggrandizement. This does sound like me.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I think I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
Wait, how is throwing a bird against the wall yelling, "Fuck that bird," and, like, making jokes about blowing my brains out borderline aggressive? What the hell in your mind constitutes aggressive, lady?
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Wait, hold on. Which song? I might use it for karaoke later tonight when I glue myself to that stage.
We Go On by the O.O.
Oh.
I can't
Not.
listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Not using that one. I'm sorry. Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Oh, I made it really fucking bad.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Man, I put these people through hell for the 3 days before the start of this game, it sounds like.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Sounds intense. That's it? That's not so bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, it does sound pretty intense. I don't think she's gonna care about, like, I don't think there's any way I can, like, make her make her come around. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the most disco answer. Almost. You wake up 3 days after being here because you were sent as part of a pissing competition between yours and a rival precinct to solve a murder of a guy who had been hanging in a tree behind the hostel this girl worked in for a week. He'd been hanging there for 7 days. I finally shot him down in the last episode, and we still have to do an autopsy on him. And we also have to apparently negotiate, like, a labor dispute with the union so we can get in and talk to the union boss. This game has some really weird angles. Because apparently the union guys are the ones who killed the dude who was hanging. There's your brief recap, Mr. Drew. By the way, this game is available on the PS4, and I highly recommend it. I think you would love this game.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow. The great panic at the end. Maybe even a panic at the disco? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Well, you're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Girl, just loosen up a little. Don't you ever party? I don't even know what to say. I'm torn between 2 and 4. To be perfectly honest. Mr. Drew, help me. I am torn between 2 and 4. Two? Alright. We'll go with the Great Panic at the end.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Guard, it seemed like he thought you left because of him. What else did I sing besides the OO? I'm looking for a song. I am looking for a song, so...
Oh, all sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Well, you know, it is a rockin' thing. Hollow Knight, you're replaying that, eh? I'm thinking of going back into that. I'm also thinking I need to do a little bit more testing with Ori and the Will of the Wisp, but I think I finally solved the frame rate issues on that, so I'm thinking I might finally go back and rebeat that. But right now, we're all into this disco, baby. Drinking my Di Zerono, listening to some disco with Disco Elysium. But was I singing The Smallest Church in St. Saul's? I already kind of know I was, because, like, the blonde in room 3 told me already, so...
Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
It's true. I don't have enough respect for Gart to kind of throw him a lifeline, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Fuck Gart. He can always be fucked with by me. Right, well, thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Yes, could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something embarrassing that I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
Hold on. The crackling softly sounds like a bonfire, and after a while you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st, come in, over.
Excuse me.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Oh, and just for your context as well, Mr. Drew, whenever you see something like Esprit de Corps or like Endurance or Inland Empire or Rhetoric or Drama, etc. come up, or if you hear that like smooth jazz man voice that's like ultra smooth, that's my mind.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance. I kind of am, actually. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-10, transmission completed. I do need to report my badge missing, so we'll start with that.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-5, 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Dry voice in the background.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Jean-Vic Maire. Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge?
Oh no.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Says, fighting off laughter. Right, and we still don't actually know this guy's real name. It might be Harry, actually.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. This is serious. Ha ha, officer has lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can we just move on? I just want to get reported and be done with it. That is probably the most authoritative response that we can muster right now.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Can we just move on? Want to proceed, get it reported, and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
You know what? At this point, something's telling me I should probably put a point in esprit de corps right away. So that I am better off at dealing with this. Could also put that point in the suggestion, but no. I think esprit de corps would be a good thing to help me out right here and not end up being as embarrassed. So fuck it, let's do it. I'll put another skill point in for thoughts I can think over later.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end erupts in a line of volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
This requires another drink. I'm gonna need to pour more in a minute.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Oh, fuck you, reaction speed. You're supposed to be good. Maybe I should have put that point in you.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You hear laughter in the background. Enough of this now. I have other things I need to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Room roars with laughter. The sad thing is I have lost
Sergeant
my gun.
Person wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna try. Hang on. First, I gotta pour myself another drink. Drink for luck. A little bit more Di Zerono.
Even before
Fuck!
you get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it! I didn't lose my gun!
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
For starters, it's massive. Got flared cooling vents along the front, hydrogen flasks sticking out too. Whisper to the lieutenant, Kim, what are you packing? It's a gun. What can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon. You know how they are. Bang, bang! Look, I don't have it, all right? I don't have my gun.
It's a single-shot kill A9. An armistice, to be precise.
Single shot armistice KLA9, over.
Says it's a kill 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Of course.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
Man succumbs to laughter again.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass, but he still got his wiener. Oh, man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Yes, I lost my wiener too. Just lay off, okay? I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. I don't need to listen to this. Firewalker out! Turn off the radio. Nah, we're gonna fight back here, I think.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
Oh, at least Jules has some class.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Oh, man.
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Aww. Poor
Tell him to
Torson.
apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Yeah, I don't like the Fallout. Maybe don't fuck with the... If you don't like the Fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Vic... The disbelief in Vic Mayer's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
No, not Firewater.
He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite Officer V.
I heard him and I'm on it.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
They're static.
Oh, God,
The man is fighting back tears.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
This is great.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Putting that skill point in esprit de corps did shit for this conversation. Oh well. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about, rhetoric?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
He is obviously not there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name. Stop calling me sir, and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
How the fuck did you know I was intoxicated by now? Then again, one cider and 2 Dizerona in. Yeah, fine, I'm a little intoxicated.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Any news about my, family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vigmar says...
I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Static ends with a loud click, and then everything is silent in the cabin.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
She asks, startled. Jean Vicmer turns to her and says,
What happened is my partner made contact. It He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Okay. This might have popped up simply because I put it at that point in Esprit de Corps. Because it puts me in tune with cop life, lets me hear what's going on in my station preternaturally when I'm all the way out here in Martinez. So, who knows? Maybe this part of the dialogue tree wouldn't have shown up if I hadn't put that point in Esprit de Corps.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Mino looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There's quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. You wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
He sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to put his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Ooh, the long way home finally finished. Old boy lights another cigarette.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay, what bonuses do I get from that? Learning cap for perception raised 5. Speed gives +1 psychic. Interesting. My morale took a hit there somewhere. $15 of 100 for my next level. There's a lot here now. Explore the whirling secret passages. Find a way into the secret passage. Track down your badge. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you'll just stumble across it down the line? Miracles happen. Track down your gun. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority. Like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. The Whirling's absent bartender? You could also look at the local pawn shop. Find any information you can on your gun. Run a number on the victim's armor. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. Okay, that would explain why there's a clock there, because I have to do it in a day. Wow, I bumped up my apocalyptic cop and sorry cop to 1 through that. Pay for damages. You need to pay for the damages to the whirling rags. Okay, no longer... Well, I tried asking my station for additional funds. And who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This may take some time. Kim Kutsuragi, logic formidable. I can redo that, I guess, but I don't really feel like redoing that. You know what? Let's go talk to Kuno one last time before we go and do our thing with the dock workers, because he might know something more about the body hanging there.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Still can't do that, even though I put an extra point in Inland Empire by using my tie. We aren't going to do the field autopsy yet.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Sorry about that, I got carried away. But I didn't try to shoot her, I just aimed at her. It's true.
What? Bitch! You fucking making excuses for yourself now?
An imperceptible nod. I think we've all moved past that by now, Kuno.
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife.
Points toward the whirling rags and whispers.
Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony. Put the fucking knife in you. Yeah. I've been in your room. But you and Kuno are good for now. Pals. Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
You don't threaten me.
One word out of you, pig shite, and you're locked out of the Kuno experience forever. You hear me?
You hear the Kuno?
Try me, you little. Seriously risk your relationship with Kuno.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it?
Found your shack. Actually, before we do that, I want to discuss this body with you.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
Performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it into the sea.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Who do you mean, troubadour?
cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows? So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
You're not just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, are you, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
There are contusions all over his body. Of course he did that. He was throwing fucking rocks at him. I don't need to bother asking that.
You're testing Kuno's patience here. Get lost.
About this crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Need to know. Could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying on the ground. Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants? No, Kuno. You don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that one. Fuck the Kuno.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for falling anyway, pig.
There's also this mug in the trash?
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes. Does this racist mug have anything to do with this? Yes. This adequate depiction of a South Samaritan man might have anything to do with this. Yes. Does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug might have anything to do with it? Actually, this makes me uncomfortable. Let's back up a notch. Maybe.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Well then, you've caught me interrogating the Kuno a little bit more. This kid is a very belligerent cockney fucker. And his girlfriend behind the fence is just as belligerent. Kuno doesn't know who put the shit in there, and if he did, he would squeal.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
A ladder. Ever climbed it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that ladder is unclimbable?
Does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Hold on. Gardner used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Okay. Might have other questions for later, but for now, let's talk about something else.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I do have more questions about the crime scene. Okay.
Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
So I did find your shack, though.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
Says to himself, then turns to you.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
It's with the pig head.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Trying to send me a message of some sort? Demo tape? Like some kind of musician? Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one points to your head. It's shit.
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Wait. Cop? Because it's not a cop's head, it's literally a pig. So are you calling yourself a pig fucker? Are you a dirty cockney pig fucker? Is that what you're saying, Kuno? Dirty, underage cockney pig fucker? Found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it? What's with the tube of magnesolum, Kuno? Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just got a fly pig.
That's it? Easy. Just gotta jump to get in there? My age? My condition? We're gonna stick with self-aggrandizement.
Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you just like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it is.
You could use some.
That's right, I could use some. Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno grows through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time. Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it. Yeah, it sounds much more disco.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Good
Heard
call,
enough of this.
Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay,
Kuno
I'm
doesn't
off.
fucking care.
You know, I've never talked to you.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
Oh, right. I pointed the lieutenant's gun at her previously, Mr. Drew, but she was being fucking annoying.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Listen, child, that corpse made me puke twice. I was wondering why you don't... What are those strange words you use, girl? Hey, kid! Child, converse with me! You there behind the fence. Nah, fuck her. Have other things to do. Also, I should save. Can we let you know that the body is down?
Hello again, officer.
Oh, I
How are
can.
things? Down? Do you mean the body is finally gone?
Absolutely gone.
It's gone from the tree. No, the body's on the ground.
Oh, right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away then?
Sure. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here, actually. What do we got here? Bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Well, my encyclopedia might be able to do some stuff for me here.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
Wait, how did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Horrific necktie! My necktie is talking to me! I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king, and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. Some beast dragon, yeah. They're...
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Now, we know what nose candy is. Come on, we're fucking disco. This is a lot to process. So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie? Okay, where is he buried now? Hang on, no.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
So where is he
Beneath
buried
the
now?
cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
So who restored the monument then?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That's like almost adding insult to injury.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic. That is such a bad idea. Or I really don't get art. No, it is actually like darkly, comedically brilliant.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Well, we got a little bit of history. Foreign car kept in good condition. Who are you?
Wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Snap fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait.
Lieutenant stops you before you snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. She probably could have unlocked the secrets of the universe for us, though, Kim. Lori's probably stored fuel. Booze. This is a protest then, huh? Scab. Ooh, money on the ground. What is this? Freet. You know what? Before we do anything with the Union, I am gonna do the autopsy. Closed for winter. Please use main entrance. I know, they do not just unlock themselves, Mr. Drew. You need to talk to like, old women and things to get that. Or sometimes even... Alright, you know what? How far am I away from my next level? 30 of 100. Okay, so I got a little while to go yet. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling rags? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Go to the harbor gates and ask the Jolly Mesk about the armor. You know what? Let's do that first, because I do want to try and get... Like, it's Inland Empire that I need to be able to try and talk to the corpse again.
The
Do the light roll,
lies
right?
On the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Yeah. Need to put a skill point in Inland Empire. Glossy Magazine, the most able-bodied man. This issue hosts top 10 list. Jump Jams, Populaire Mystique Mag. 3 T's, how idiomatic. I'll work harder than anyone. Let us in. Work, work, work. It says Gris. Who are you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. I am the law! What's going on here? This looks like too much trouble for my taste.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no. Oh, then yes. Well, no, I don't really care about your strike right now.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I'll have some questions for you.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
So what kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. Actually need to speak with the union boss. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? And what exactly is your goal here? I think first we'll ask who all these strike breakers are.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
So what exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked.
Points upstairs.
The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer,
staircase.
or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like, all of you? Or why don't you just talk to them?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Man rubs his jaw. Perfect, lightly bearded square wedge.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
Shifts uncomfortably in his worker overalls. So what do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
Oh my god. That's an interesting twist. So it's not the union. So the union is actually like the capitalist board who is struck, I guess, and is not letting the workers who want to work into the dock to do the work. So it's kind of like a flip on a labor strike. That's really interesting, if I'm reading that right. Or I might just be drunk and reading it backwards.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Fitting? What do you mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay.
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity. Gotta figure out the strike mess. Routine. Part of the investigation. Thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
I already got that, but I'm interested in your background. Or makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not gonna pry. Nope. We're interested in his background. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, no, I'm going to ask him, like, where are you really from, pretty much.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet! I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. Or, I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. No, this cop drinks a fuckload.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I think I might have been there. Don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying? Or, yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Man quickly is losing interest in talking with you.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. Why you want to meet that fat asshole?
Interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria. This is an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders. Yeah, I don't quite trust this guy.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Alright. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. I think that was the... Man ass with jolly eyes tilting in his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem like much. Hold on. Where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
It's better than begging. Come on. Or have you tried talking to them? Interesting. It's weird. It's like the capitalists have shown up and are protesting against the union because the capitalists want to work. It's an interesting flip.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. These scabs ain't begging. They ain't holding on to their integrity.
Yeah, I'm a scab, pouring downtrodden, rave your fist, right to work. No, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Chuckles and then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
You need to get past the gates and speak with your boss. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? What's the strike about anyway? Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
Kuno used us to what? Scare you? Probe into the armor? What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. 4 pieces. Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. I'm ambitious. Going to find all of it. All the pieces.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
I want to find that armor. It sounds like the equivalent of Brotherhood of Steel armor for this game.
And Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Contemplates taking a swig from his flask. I will join you and take a swig from my cup. Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
Not the way. I need to get past the gates and speak with your boss.
Oh. Good, good. What matters do you want to discuss with Everard?
You might have information about the killing that took place behind the hostel. There's been talk of suspicious activity at the harbor. Can't disclose any details of an ongoing case.
So mysterious. So intriguing. Either way, the road in front of you is wide and open.
Does that mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Huh. Simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Some reason doesn't seem like it's gonna be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Yeah, I have a physique of 2. I ain't physically fighting anyone. Has anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure.
Got it. What is this about a strike, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Alright. Notice, in case of strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking a door like this one, or door kicking this one. Well, let's talk to this measurehead guy, see what this is all about.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing and size him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor. We don't have time to get into this now. Leave.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscles passes underneath the skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest, still say nothing. Nah. My body is unimportant. I am with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to unrule.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Smell your breath, Kim? Is it really so bad? Al-Ghul? You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor. Oh, Al-Ghul alcohol. Gotcha. I don't have a problem with Al-Ghul. I just pass a little drink on the weekends. Enough. I need you to open the door to the harbor.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race, huh? First, let me make clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. I am the police. I need you to comply now. Or this race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. See, that's the most wishy-washy, so... yeah. You know what? Let's acknowledge the alcoholism.
The ethanol fungus is deep within your nervous system, pulling the strings. You are merely its pupa now. I see no hope for you or your kind.
First, let me make this clear. I'm not a drunk. I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. Okay.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
It's interesting that he mentions eugenics first out of all of those. Really kind of shows you where his state of mind is.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on. I need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. I just need to let you I just need you to let me go into the harbor. Situation is serious. Your people have probably killed a man, and I need to talk to your boss. He is not gonna listen to that. But you know what? He may be dumb enough. Or I may be racist enough to think that he may be dumb enough. I don't know. But I'm drunk. So we're gonna go with that answer.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
How the fuck did you know I was drunk? Are you listening to me, Measurehead? Fine, we'll take the honest approach.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Whoa. This guy is,
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Uh-huh.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Microcephalic skulls, eh? Homosexual art, eh? You got any of this art for me? I'd like to see it.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshached's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Knock him out! With a physique of 2? Hell no. That ain't happening. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Conceptualization high. Isn't Everett the union boss white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life? keep telling yourself that. Or, I'm sorry, of course. I understand now. Deeper. Nah, I think I'm gonna tweak this guy a bit.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I am no communist. Communism is pretty cute. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Enough of this! You know what, for now, my jam is a mysterious fourth thing. It's all about the disco.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Gotten it from disco, actually. It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking. No, I've gotten this from disco.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
They do cocaine! Yeah!
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are, and I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful! I need to enter the harbor now on police business. Or wonderful! We're done with this line of inquiry. Seminoles are obviously, like, I'm not gonna get a proper view of the Seminoles from someone who the game is obviously painted as a race supremacist. Or I might get an interesting cultural view from them if I go with that. I'm not going to admit I've experienced head trauma because this guy really does not seem to value weakness in any way. And I don't think he's going to listen to me if I do that. So, fuck it, I'll bite.
The South Island race, haplogroup R4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Gestures towards the lorryman down on the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right. That's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Well, let's see what we can do with his advanced race theory.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me to understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are.
Do you?
Lieutenant looks at you. This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need at occasional? Those
Type A.
are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
So are the Maun the Dutch? Who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
So, Germans and Dutch. Gotcha.
Mahoon is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
And the wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
So that's basically their jab at, like, Scandinavians and Slavic people.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clocks too.
Okay, got it. Who are Type A then in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Draws finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Okay, I don't like you because you just took a stab at Mexican food, and Mexican food is fucking delicious. Anyway, who are the Seminese and the Areopagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
And the Seminese are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulmuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun written Occidentals discovered this place.
And what's the difference between the Seminese and the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Huh. He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery. I'm really digging this, like, kind of almost warped Trent Reznor-esque guitar in the background. It's kind of vibing. I'm also pretty drunk.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
So what's Type B then?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored.
That sounds really racist.
The Koikos of Gra, Yugo, Zimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Said Koikos, I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Mud-colored?
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
So then the Koikos are Irish, effectively.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities Grad are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates.
Oh, wait, no.
Political amoeba.
Grad. He hates communists. Koiko would be Slavic. Okay. Gotcha. Type A is Scandinavian. Type B is Slavic. Ooh. That's... Okay.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholier you mentioned.
The Revacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial called Ron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. I've heard about this revolution. Mistakes were made, but it was the right stuff. You're wrong about it. That revolution was perpetuated by degenerate left-wing marauders, not all the people of Revachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts! What was this revolution? Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna say general left-wing marauders, but, you know, I've heard about this revolution. Might have been the right stuff.
The revolution came to Revachol from Grad, in Zara's ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
He really doesn't like potatoes.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
So then the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Semenese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Semenese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
Ah, so you are a racial purist. Obviously. Like, I could have gotten that from the start of your speech, but yeah. Okay.
The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Sir, that is incredibly racist. Also, they prefer to be called burro. Thank you very much.
Then there is the Simino Koikikai Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
Better not do. The Seminokoiki Chimera sounds like more than I could handle right now. No, I'd like to know about it.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Simonese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Simonese strength and great servility.
Is that like his way or the game's author's way of subtly jabbing at how communism can be so easily corrupted by the bourgeoisie class? That's an interesting thing to think about.
This will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Simonese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman or Koika.
Measurehead, we have something called Viagra for that.
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type F. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Well, now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me into the harbor if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way, without becoming a race theoretician.
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Okay, well, let's discuss something else.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Revacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Let's go over that funky race classification thing again. We don't need to do that. Sure, fuck it. You know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Is this your kind of thing? Put this into the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Alright then. Well, we're done with you. Still at 30 out of 100. Put the advanced race theory slot idea into a free internalizing slot in your head. If there are no free slots, free one up. Then pass some time, and when it's internalized, return to Measurehead. This is how thinking is done. You want all of the armor pieces. Deck yourself out in the full metal battle-hardened glory. Note, this may take a while, like a long while. Hang on. What the fuck is going on here? An hour and 8 minutes left on that. 2 hours 45. An hour and 40 minutes. -1 drama. Fooled by the absurdity. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement. Koikos juggling potatoes. Eczema-ridden mounds gritting and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there. The whole race gang. Plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieves, the thieving subkits, and the Saolite casts of fortunates. Hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaches up to the heavens. You sense something, drawing nearer, nearer. You know what? Let's just continue doing White Morning for now. Well, that kind of leaves me with no other thing to do other than examine the dead body. Or just, like, randomly run around here. Ooh, what's that? Healing item gain, magnesium, cool. Let's get my morale back up to full then. But, you know what, really, we've done quite a bit over the last little bit, and I think it's about time to take a break. I definitely need to go have a smoke and internalize some shit as well. But I will probably be back with this a little bit more tomorrow, late morning, early afternoonish. And we will continue on there because we still have a body to dig up. I can check what's in there, which is the Freet store. Looks like I can talk to that guy too. Bunch of stuff we can do. So yeah, we will do that in the next stream. But thank you for everyone who tuned in to catch some of this one live. Shoutouts to Audio Boy, Clyde Pup, and Drew for having a little chat in the chat. And yeah, until next time, you all stay safe. Yeah, have a great time and be excellent to each other. And of course, since we are finishing up a drink here, and again, playing a cop who drank himself to amnesia, y'all's drink responsibly, if you're drinking at all. You have a good night too, Mr. Drew. And I will see y'all next time. Have a good night.